Ciao ragazzi, io sono Sonia e bentornati su Genshin Impact. Nello scorso episodio avevamo ripreso la storia principale, vi avevo fatto vedere insomma che avevamo incontrato finalmente, come si chiamava? Eider, una cosa del genere, che sarebbe il fratello insomma del protagonista. E abbiamo finito quella parte di storia, adesso che dobbiamo fare? Ok, una via attraverso la tempesta. Ah sì, dovevamo raggiungere la barca, vero, me lo stavo dimenticando. E boh, teletrasportiamoci qui. Sì, a voi siamo già arrivati praticamente. Metà strada l'abbiamo già fatta. Sono veramente curiosa di vedere la nuova città, insomma, dove dovremo andare. Con chi devo parlare io? Vabbè, intanto scendo. Chi diavolo sei? Credi di poter piombare così? Arrivi a bordo. Tu sei la viaggiatrice, che ci fai qui? Sto cercando Beidou. Stai cercando la capitana, ti sembra una che può venire a cercare qualcuno quando ti pare e piace? Voi altri, venite a legare questa clandestina e date l'impasto ai pesci. Ehi, cos'è questo baccano? Questa piantagrane si è intrufolata a bordo, scommetto che non ha buone intenzioni. Pensavo di sbarazzarmene io al posto di Beidou. Va bene, ora smetti di spaventare la gente a destra e a manca, o la capitana Beidou ti farà una bella lavata di capo. Ma io... Va bene, vai a darti una calmata. Allora, viaggiatrice, cosa potresti mai volere dalla capitana? Vorrei andare in Inazuma. Per mare? Farai meglio a parlare direttamente con la capitana a riguardo. Si trova a bordo. Ultimamente sembra molto pensierosa, tieni gli occhi aperti e cerca di non disturbarla. Ho capito. Come se non bastasse, siamo rimasti fermi qui da un bel po' per ordine suo. Questo ha causato un po' di ritardi. Perché non fai un giro sulla nave per vedere se qualcuno ha bisogno di aiuto? Perché me dovrei aiutare? Vabbè. Ok. Parla con Suling. Chi è Suling? Aiuto. Troppe persone. Ah, lei. Io ci dovrei avere lei tra i personaggi giocabili. Che abbiamo qui? Aspetta un attimo, ti conosco, sei quella viaggiatrice Sonia. La reputazione mi precede.
A traveler of great insight and remarkable skill has saved Li. She's a hard one to please, so praise from her is high praise indeed. I remember thinking at the time that it'd be good to meet you in person, judging by the clothes on your back and this floating thing.
Questa cosa fluttuante.
The name's not floating thing, it's Paimon!
Paimon? What a fascinating being. You two give off not only the essence of wind and earth, but also of...
Huh? The fragrance of what now? That's the weirdest compliment Paimon's ever heard.
Pay it no heed. I mean only to say I am certain that it is by fate, not chance alone, that we should meet. And that...
I prefer other means of entertainment. This young man is Kaidahara Kazuha, a temporary addition to my crew for reasons I won't bore you with. Occasionally he opens his mouth and flowers come out instead of words.
With this fine ship and the soft sea breeze, would it not be romantically irresponsible of me not to acknowledge it with a line or two of poetry?
No, I can't argue with that. Okay then. Once the clash is underway, I'll give you a chance.
Cos'è il torneo della Crax?
Only if the mood takes me, of course. Poetry for poetry's sake tends to lack meaning.
Hey, you don't want to pass this opportunity up too easily.
Oh, wait a minute. What's the clash? Also...
Huh? I thought you might be here to sign up.
No.
The Crux Clash is a martial arts tournament that I hold. There'll be a whole bunch of folks taking part to showcase. There are two important rules. One, competitors must be renowned fighters. We want those with real... So, you've got nothing to worry about there. I don't think there's anyone out there who hasn't heard of... Two, you can't take part if you've got a vision. Otherwise, things get a little... one-sided. You must be feeling confident, but you might want to watch out. There are a few crouching tigers and hidden and with Liu as savior taking part in the tournament. Now that's gonna turn a few heads.
Ok, mi interessa questa cosa del torneo.
Come here to take part in a martial
No, ma io
Before
volevo.
you dismiss the idea completely, you might be interested to hear that the prize this time round is get
Cioè?
this. It's a masterless vision.
Supplied by myself, as a matter of fact. If the tournament champion can reawaken that vision...
Is there such thing as a masterless vision?
When a vision bearer dies, the light in their vision will fade away. But as for whether this shell has any practical application, well, this remains to be seen. But
Yep, and the way I see it, a vision is a badge of recognition from the gods. So if anyone's able to rekindle it, it's gotta be organizing the clash is my way of uncovering hidden talents. And hopefully this time, getting a vision. So if you don't have a vision, this is the perfect opportunity to get your hands on one of your very own.
No, ma a me invece interessava.
We're interested in getting to Inazuma, not fighting in some turf.
Inazuma?
No, è l'appellino lì dal torneo.
Well, why didn't you say so? Inazuma? No sweat. In that case, if you win the tournament, I'll give you a choice. Masterless Vision, or a ticket to Inazuma aboard the Alcor.
Ok, allora partecipiamo al torneo.
New tournament!
What's wrong with that? The more talent we have, the better the tournament will be.
What are we gonna do? Looks like we pretty much have to do this tournament.
A me non mi preoccupa.
Then let's get you signed up. Head to the tournament.
It seems like it will only be a matter of time before the answer is...
Ok. Ma tipo entrambe le cose no, era interessante quella visione. Io penso che la farina che voglio prendere sia lassù e non so come arrivarci. Ah, ma facciamo tipo il torneo subito così senza manco prepararci. Sì, è lassù e non c'ho voglia di arrampicarmi in questo momento. Andiamo al torneo, va.
Before we sign up, let's see who the other competitors are.
Gli altri concorrenti, va bene.
Hello, are you here?
You bet I am. Have you put your names down yet? Well, I'd have a look at the entrance criteria if I were you. The Clash is a comprehensive test of fighting ability.
Zio
Anyone
Yun.
who turns up for show over skill is gonna get their butt handed. Nobody wants to see that, right?
Yeah, we heard a rule about that. So,
Me? Only a former runner-up in the Chihu Rock Freestyle Combat Summit. What? You? Nonsense. Have you been living under a rock? Not to
Okay.
mention, I've helped the Millilith catch treasure hoarders before. There were two of them trying to escape. They tried to sneak past me under the cover of darkness. They didn't know what hit them. I planted a left hook on the skinnier one's face and sent him flying. Then, the big guy pulled... I stood my ground, of course. A roundhouse kick sent the blade hurtling into a beam above us. I told you. Unarmed, outnumbered 2 to 1. I'm not saying I came out completely
Secondo me sta un
unscathed, of
pochino
course.
esaltando
The
troppo.
fact remains that I did manage to subdue the both of them and hand them over to the Millilith.
but for us, even 4 or 5 treasure hoarders at a time is all in a Alright, we're gonna keep looking around.
I'll see you in the arena.
Sì, effettivamente ne abbiamo combattuto penso decine di cacciatori del tesoro tutti insieme, però vabbè. Non smontiamolo, poverino. È giusto che si goda il suo momento di gloria.
Hi there, are you here for the Crux Clash too?
That's right. Nothing beats real-life combat for honing your skill. But this tournament is more than just a chance to put training into practice. It's also a chance.
Exactly. With a vision, we'd quickly become our master's tops.
This master of yours must be pretty incredible.
Famous. He's the founder of the Lingshan clan, and his skills are unparalleled.
Non so chi
You
siano.
probably wouldn't have heard of him. It was founded quite recently. The clan, he's got to be a grand master or something. He's created many different styles of kung fu. To the Lingshan clan, he teaches
Okay.
a special technique.
Force dispersal.
It's a type of breathing exercise where you can train yourself to harness the energy around you and neutralize attacks without moving. For example, our master can use it to alter the path of an attacking fist or change the direction of an incoming
One time, he sent a challenger flying into the air without lifting a
It sure is, but it's extremely difficult to cultivate this ability. We've been training.
We're clearly not that naturally gifted, or we would have at least gotten the gist by now. If we don't start making progress soon, we'll probably run out of...
There's a tuition fee?
Of course! This is a grand master we're talking about here. He doesn't have time to waste. If you want face-to-face training, you've got to
But here we are, having trained under him directly all this time without even a hint of improvement. Recently, though, we heard that a vision bearer joined the Guhua clan and made pretty much instant progress in their training.
So, if we can get our hands on a vision too, maybe we can finally make our master proud.
Sì, sto pensando la
But
stessa
we have
cosa.
to try something new. Otherwise, we're stuck in this.
Exactly. It can't hurt to try. And if it turns out it does work, the folks will come from far and wide. Heck, could even become the dominant martial arts clan in all of Liyue.
See you in the arena.
Ok. Per me vi sta un pochino scammando, secondo me. Però, non lo so. Ci manca l'ultimo partecipante. Tu sei?
Hey, youngster. Are you here for the Crux Clash tip? If so, seems I found myself another...
So you're also here for the...
You better believe it. Huh, I wouldn't be here if I didn't think I could walk away. For me, obtaining a vision is the final and... No. It's not about what I want to do. This is about who I want to... I know how that sounds, but let me explain. I've lived a successful life so far. I've passed every exam I've ever taken, enjoyed numerous successful business ventures, and seem to get on with just about it. In most people's eyes, I am already the very embodiment of the perfect person. Though, of course, a vision.
You have so much self-confidence.
Ok.
That's not important. I have a contact in the Crux fleet who was happy to vouch for me. So, they very kindly made special arrangements on my behalf. I've also brought along a bit of an entourage for moral support. It's such a blessing, really. Of course, I also put in a few good days' practice, concentrating mostly on rare and esoteric styles of Kung Fu. Ha! You don't mince your words, do you? Now then, if you don't mind, I need to finish my pre-competition.
Arti marziali, quindi tipo combatteremo senza armi. Boh, adesso vedremo.
We're up against an inflated ego, some gullible guys paying way too much for their kung fu classes.
Sì, esatto.
Chink's a village arm wrestling champion, huh? Alright, you're signed up. Next, please. What's your name?
Sonia.
Wait, aren't you?
Sì.
Did I hear that?
Is it really them?
Huh? Aren't they a vision bearer, though?
I have to ask. Aren't you the traveler that helped? It's really her!
The one that spoke with Lady Kuching at the rite of parting.
Oh, I wonder if
I trust you are aware that only those without visions can enter the... Really? But from what I've heard, the things you're capable of in combat are nothing short of extraordinary. You walk into the most dangerous...
Yep, she still doesn't have a vision, though. See for yourself.
My apologies. I didn't mean to be rude. I'm sure a great hero like yourself would have no reason to lie. It's just a formality for you, of course, but I have to make a record of competitors' achievements as part of the sign-up. So far, I've got defeated the ancient god Osile, so that's one. Do you have any others?
Quale facciamo? Facciamo col salvato di Valin.
Put that down. And also, defeated the Fatui Harbinger.
Whoa.
Might as well declare her the champion already.
I wonder if it's too late to withdraw.
Okay, that's plenty. Actually, this is the most Right. Your registration is complete. A great hero such as yourself can surely only be here for one thing. To win the tournament and...
Oh, we're not here for that. We're here because Captain Beto promised to take us to Inazuma.
There's another prize, too? Oh, first...
Beto must have upped the stakes this time to attract top talent.
Sì, doveva stare un po' zitta Paimon questa volta.
Dangerous as Inazuma.
I see. So, I take it you discussed your terms with Beto. Well,
Sì, infatti.
nobody expected you to sign up to a tournament like this. Anyway, the qualifying rounds are about to begin.
Hey, so Paimon's thinking about that whole no vision. Even though you don't have a vision, most people in Teyvat think that you can't manipulate the elements. So Paimon thinks you probably shouldn't use your elemental abilities during the tournament. In any case, looking at the competition.
Ah, perché... Ok, io non ho capito molto bene cos'è la visione, già l'avevo accennato. Quindi praticamente serve... Loro pensano che serve per controllare gli elementi.
Alright, it's showtime.
You seem like you're raring to go. Are you ready to go? Good. Then
Ok, quindi praticamente non devo usare nessuna delle mie abilità. Come si combatte? Ah, quindi la spada ce l'ho però.
Her first bout begins now.
Ma easy.
Good chance of winning this thing.
Che combattimento, oddio.
What a strange guy. Why was he so confident to begin with?
Sì, infatti.
Let's go sign up. Well, now that we've won, let's go and see Beto. She'll probably have something to say.
Prossimo. Ok, devo andare da lei. Ma è stato facilissimo.
I knew I wouldn't regret introducing you as the favorite. So, what do you think, Kazuha? She totally dominated.
Impressive. But I also observed our favorite exercise some...
Well, I fought my fair share of battles, both big and small. And I say, after the show, so come on. We all know you've got a wide
Vabbè.
vocabulary and
All right. Let me think how to aptly... You fought well.
all right then. I was thinking your inner poet might want to join in the... You know, a lot of competitors came to me saying how surprised they were that Liu... And since you signed up, we've had many others do the same, with more than a few top-tier fighters among them. Well, since everyone sees you as the one to beat, for one thing, we don't want you wasting all your energy in the early rounds fighting people who are well below your level. So,
Beh, in effetti.
I'm putting you straight through to the...
Huh? But we only just started the qualifiers.
This is how Captain Beto works. Besides, at your level...
To be fair,
All right, I'm gonna watch some more
Okay.
of the tournament. If there's any potential contenders for you out there,
Avversario alla semifinale.
we're
Va bene.
finally here, folks. The real
The captain seems to have high hope. Your opponent has fought many rounds to get to the semifinals. You may well be stronger than him, but this should not get very well. Show me that you...
All right, that's enough chit-chat for now. The audience is waiting. Go find the crew member.
Ok. Andiamo da lei.
Your opponent in the semifinals is new to the Crux Clash, but I do not doubt your abilities, but I would suggest that you...
relax. My girl's at the
Okay, follow me.
At last, the moment we've all been waiting for. The semifinals have begun.
Ok, almeno lui si
Who's it gonna be
muove.
this time? The hero or the dark horse?
I don't care about the prize. You're a strong opponent. That's what I'm here for.
Infieriamo ancora un po'. È andata.
Pretty good. Sweating all over. It's a good feeling. Congratulations. I was beaten by the best.
right. For a moment there, Paimon was a little worried. If you had a vision, you'd definitely be one of the...
I wanted a vision once, when I was a kid. People said that if you're strong enough, but mine never came. I lost interest eventually. You can't depend on a vision like you can your... I've fought and won against vision bearers before. The power they have was given to them by the gods.
Huh? You mean you didn't sign up to try and get your hands on that master?
No, I didn't. I only wanted to pit myself against... Only in defeat can you understand your weaknesses and learn from them. So I'm pleased with today's outcome.
Wow. Now that's...
If you have the
Eh,
chance
sì.
in the future, please come and spar with me again. I will be strong.
By the way, do you know who else?
Whether they'll be as tough as me, I don't know. But what I have heard, so don't get too cocky.
Estremamente veloce. Chi è allora?
Maybe we should ask around. See what we can...
Ah, ma lui è veramente arrivato in finale.
Ah, it's you! I myself was eliminated
Ah, no.
in the third round.
Maybe next time, huh? By the way...
Why, yes. He's the same one who defeated me. He is a formidable opponent. I faltered for but a brief moment. But before I knew it, given my stature, I have no fear of squaring off with physically strong opponents. But faced with a nimble, agile opponent such as him, still, I'm sure he'll be no match for you.
Ok, cominciano a mettermi un po' di ansia. Vediamo un po' chi è. Mi tieni a chiedere informazioni sul tuo ultimo avversario. È strano però che sia sparito, che non sia qua, però, cioè...
Hey there!
He tried to use force dispersal to deflect a punch, but instead he took it straight to the nose. His opponent was pretty freaked out by it. He kept asking him, why didn't you dodge? But he was pretty much out cold by that. Why don't you dodge, they ask. Because to not dodge is the very essence of Lingshan clan kung fu. Don't even get me started. I spent all my energy helping him get from here to the boat to take him back to the heart. I don't dare tell my master about this. Otherwise, sorry, I shouldn't be complaining in front of you like this.
Ok, va bene, quindi il suo amico si è fatto male, lui non ha partecipato, va bene. L'ultima, andiamo da lei. Mi dai 2 info, per favore?
You gave an outstanding performance. I could sense that you're not familiar with bouts of this kind. But you were quick to adapt. and managed to claim victory over your opponent. In fact, I discerned this not from what I saw, but what I heard. The ground beneath your feet.
Secondo me è lui l'ultimo combattente, ma non credo perché boh, non aveva già una visione lui.
I guess not using your elemental powers must be quite new for you.
We wanted to ask about who our opponent will be in the final round.
Not exactly. Contenders that reach the finals aren't necessarily. As for the guy you'll be facing, his skill lies in his speed, and he has superior form. What's the matter? Worried that you've bitten off?
If that is the case, then I have a proposal for you. I haven't properly introduced myself yet.
Yeah, we could tell that from your getup. But at the same time...
It is true that I am versed both in literary and martial traditions. But on the straggling path of a wandering samurai, is there harm in acquiring a surplus skill? I do not mean to flaunt my martial prowess, but I myself have witnessed reputable fighters hailing from across the lands. I do possess some knowledge, given your talents.
Ah, quindi non è lui.
From me will be all that.
Hang on. Don't you think you're bending?
Gathering intelligence is an essential part of any duel. Besides, our favorite here has fought many battles on their journey from Mondstadt. Such impressive feat.
You betcha. Wait a second. We never told you that we've been...
Sì, infatti.
Does one not leave a trail when traveling through the wild? However, there is only so much that can be discerned from these traces. Come with me. Some post-match entertainment is...
Ok. Segui Kazuo in un posto più tranquillo. Adesso sono davvero curiosa però. Chi può essere mai più agile? O un personaggio che ancora non abbiamo visto che è assolutamente probabile, o sinceramente in realtà mi aspetto qualche colpo di scena, però non lo so. Eccoci qua.
Now that we're alone, let me cut to the heart. You are skilled in manipulating the elements, and not just a single element.
Eh sì, anche se io non uso il personaggio principale, a quanto pare riusciamo a fare più elementi.
That's right. If the other contenders were to catch wind of your if I'm not mistaken, you share these considerations, given your reluctance to you. When I talk about that which I see or hear in you, since a young age I have been attuned to the tidings of nature. It is things of this nature that I also hear.
As crazy as all that sounds,
my humble abilities are negligible compared to yours. To think a human could wield the elements without a vision, and not to mention your incredibly complex scent.
Hey, stop evaluating us based on our smell.
Could you perchance enlighten me as to how you managed to obtain your So then, might I be so bold as to inquire how exactly it is that you learned it?
It's nothing really. It's been a long journey, and many things have happened along the way. Somehow, she just naturally learned to use the elements to it. Honestly, even Paimon doesn't understand.
Perhaps such unfathomable things are the essence of the gods, and the visions that... However, I still wish to have the honor of seeing how you wield the elements. Perhaps... Of course, I too shall share with you all that I've learned. That will
Va bene.
Let's...
Ah, quindi mi vuole sfidare.
Your skills in battle are truly beyond... Your opponent is skilled at controlling his breathing and maintaining balance, which enables him to execute...
Ah, forse il maestro di cui parlavano.
Entirely on the element of surprise to defeat his... In other words, as long as you remain mindful of his ability to detect a weak point, please save your thanks. If anything, the world is a truly mysterious place.
You seem kind of obsessed with visions, but don't you already have...
I desire to know what meaning vision and what influences the gods to... My apologies.
Ha senso in effetti.
You must be completely in the... For allowing me the honor of witnessing your mystical ways. I am willing... So that's what you're curious about? As you well know, a vision hunt decree is currently underway. Visions are a gift bestowed by the divine. People that have accepted this gift are now having their visions confiscated inexplicably in the outset. Supposing each of the 7 archons had their criteria for granting visions to living beings, then does the current not to mention, with no new electrovisions having been granted for such a long time, it would seem that we can infer.
She sounds less like an Archon and more like...
As far as I know, she is an Archon that pursues eternity. She will relentlessly carry out her will with no... Liyue's contracts are meant to benefit all who reside within Liyue. But what does Inazuma's pursuit of eternity bring? It goes without saying that the people locked within Inazuma do not fare well.
Sounds a lot like something the god you encountered...
Oh? Have you encountered the Electroarch? With time, we will change. If you wish to find her, she will forever be there. There will come a day when I too shall wish to understand the answers to eternity from... the time for your match.
Oh, right! We got so distracted talking about...
If you have no other matters to attend to, then we can return.
Ok, torniamo.
Let's go.
Ci siamo. Ah, lei dobbiamo sfidare?
Isn't here yet.
Ah
Never
no,
mind.
ok,
You
ok.
can start by making your entrance first. Everyone, listen up. Your attention. We've reached the climax of the Crux Clash. We've seen many exciting battles today, and now at long last, now I'd like to introduce our first combatant. Though few have, she strikes fear into the heart of Osile, and the mere mention of her name causes even Fatui Harbingers to turn pale in the face.
Wow!
I've been waiting.
I'm sure everyone witnessed her thrilling match, but today's final round will surely take things. As for our other combatant, he still hasn't arrived. Come on, what could be taking him so long? You can't just forfeit for not showing up like in previous rounds. Apologies, everyone just sit tight. They've got no other choice. If he doesn't show up, we'll just have to postpone the...
Wait a
Ma
moment.
no.
Something doesn't... Captain Beto, perhaps we should check on the prize. Traveler, come...
No, aspetta, non mi dire che l'ha rubato.
Let me see. It's gone all right.
Oh no.
Steal it?
We don't know when it was taken exactly. I never thought that someone here would have the guts.
No need to worry. Even the craftiest sleight of hand is not as... The vision was the prize that I had offered, and it was my responsibility.
Well, if you insist. I'll leave the matter to... I'll stay here and try to offer some explanation to all this...
If you would, please come with me.
Sì, ovvio che lo aiuteremo.
Come with me. I can sense the wind.
Ok, però per questo video ci fermiamo qua e noi andremo a dare la caccia al ladro nel prossimo. Quindi, ciao a tutti.